Hi, Janelle Schaefer here, and I wanted to do a video that would give a little bit of an explanation for art supplies when taking my online art journaling class. And that is a creative course. It's called Healing the Artist Within. And these are just some of the supplies that I use, and you can use anything that you want. But if you're new to art supplies, you might feel overwhelmed. So I'm just gonna go through each thing. Now, I use crayons, and that seems like a little kid kind of art, art supply, but I absolutely love crayons because I am an artist who works with color, and the colors that you can get with crayons are just amazing. This is Crayola, really good brand. I use my crayons with watercolors, so you need to have like a good quality crayon. And that's one thing, one thing when you're going to the art store, you'll see all different levels of art supply where you have like a craft level, which is the cheapest, maybe like a student grade, and then it gets into professional. And it really is your choice as to the budget you have and what materials you can purchase. I have made art that I love and looks great with the lowest budgeted items, and I splurge and buy special things that are in the more professional range depending on the project I'm doing. But for my art journal, I probably use like a more medium grade art supply. So this is Liquitex acrylic paints, and this is probably like 2 steps up from a craft acrylic. So here's a Craft Smart. These are the cheapest. I do like Craft Smart acrylics because they come in so many different color varieties. They just don't mix well, so you have to buy tons of different colors. So if you use something like a Liquitex, you can blend your colors and you don't have to buy as many. So here are those 2 samples. And then this is an even more higher grade acrylic paint. This is Winsor Newton, and they're smaller bottles. They actually spread really far and well. Like, you don't need to use as much paint. Like, I feel like I have to use a lot more of this compared to this. And again, these also blend and make really nice colors. So moving along, I'm gonna get my paints out of the way. One thing I love to buy, and I buy silver, gold, bronze, all different types of shimmery paint, and I buy all different grades and all different like cost or levels. So here is a pack of brushes. I just bought this basic pack. This again is a lower grade, a lower quality, but I like this pack or this type. You have some like other spatula tools in here. I think these brushes work fairly well. You just have to wash them with cool water and a little bit of soap. I do splurge on nicer quality brushes that I save in a special spot on my desk for special projects. And then I love stencils. I love the textures and the patterns, so this is something that I use pretty frequently. And then I have watercolors. And I have a lot of different types of watercolor paints, and I have all different qualities. These are like a shimmery kind of watercolor, and I love, once again, to use shimmery, sparkly kind of paints. These were actually kid watercolors that came in a set for my children, but I really like them, and they have some nice colors, so I use them on a palette. And then you have different pastels. These are oil pastels, and they don't smudge as much as chalk pastels. If you use chalk pastels, you want to get a spray fixative to keep everything from smudging. So these are just some of the art supplies, but I wanted to give you a little sampling of what you may purchase, because if you're not used to going into a craft store or an art supply store, you might be so overwhelmed. And I feel like by just seeing what I have here, it might give you an idea. Oh, one thing I missed, and this is another favorite of mine. And these are my colored pencils. So I have a mixture here. I had a really nice set of Prismacolor, and they are expensive. I've had them for a long time, but I love these colored pencils. They work really well. But once in a while, I'll buy a pack of something else and just add it in here. I have Artist Loft. They're okay, but the higher quality colored pencils look fabulous when I use them in an art journal or for a project. Pens, another thing. So there you go. That's a little sampling of what you might use to get started. And you can find my online course at www.jbschaeferartist.com, and it would be listed. I have online classes in one of the tabs, and you can see them. And I think it's in my store tab and an online classes tab. Or you can send me a message on my contact page. And come back again, like this video, subscribe, and comment. Thanks.